Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. You are watching my YouTube channel 786 English Point and I am Muhammad Shafiq. There are three very common mistakes that are committed by the students of MA English Part 1 and Part 2. So this is the topic of today's video. As you know that Punjab University has announced the examination date for MA and MSc exams. So in this very month, MA Part 2 exams are going to be held, and in the first week of the next month, August, the exams of MA English Part 1 are going to be held. So this video is going to be very informative and awesome. Please watch this video till end, and if you are new on my channel, subscribe it, like it, and share my channel and videos so that you may get the incoming videos notification on this educational channel for the betterment and the success of the students. So let's start the video one by one and see what are those three common mistakes committed by the students of MA English Part 1 and Part 2. Very first common mistake that the student commit in the examination hall while writing their final assignment paper, the mistake is that they forget their crammed material. They forget about the paragraph, sometimes they forget about the line, particular line. So their sequence break up. The student become confused and surprised. So at this point, the student start writing his own English. So he or she start translating the scattered ideas in their own language, and that is totally a mistake, because if they do not have the proper ability to write correct sentences, and if their teachers have verified that they are able to write, so then they can write. So this mistake is very common, and I have seen in so many of my students. So my suggestion is that when you forget your crammed material, you just take a time, try to remember the line or a paragraph or the story or the sequence that of that crammed material. When you take time, take pause, you remember, and ultimately it comes into your mind, and you continue your sequence and rhythm of writing. So this is the solution of it. Second common mistake committed by the students of MA English Part 1 and Part 2 is that Punjab University answer sheets 5 pages and 10 sides are at least you need to write over there, because it is at least length of the assignment. And if you go to touch the page number 11 and the sides number 12, 13 or 14, the more you can write, you may write, but at least 10 sides of 5 pages are necessary to write. But then I have noticed that students sometimes write 3 pages, sometimes 4 pages, and they think that it's right, but it's not totally right. It's absolutely wrong. So this also creates a bad impression. So keep in your mind, the second most important mistake is that the student keep in your mind tightly, seriously, that at least 5 pages of university answer sheet and 10 sides are compulsory to write for one assignment. Third most important common mistake in student of MA English Part 1 and Part 2 is that they do not manage their time. Time management is very important. 40 minutes at least for one assignment, 40 minutes for second, 40 for third, and 40 for fourth ones. And then when you get some free times, revise it. It is also very compulsory. So make it your target, and this target you can achieve only through practice before final exams. You must have a practice of completing your assignment in 40 minutes, then you can be successful. And if you do not manage this common mistake of time management, ultimately it affects your performance, and your performance affects your results, and your results based on your happiness or your unhappiness. So if you perform well, manage your time, this common mistake, remove it and try to avoid it as soon as possible, and win the game of MA English Part 1 and Part 2. So hope for the best of luck for all of you. Hope and best of luck for all of you. And I hope you will also subscribe my channel, like my video, share it, and you may get the proper incoming videos notification.